from 24 grains down to, by the year 1700, which is 420 years later, even after the reminting of an abused coinage to uniform weights in 1697 and 98, by the year 1700, so it was got 400-year spread here, it was actually reminted, and 2 or 3 years later, from 24, it had gone down to 7 grains of silver per coin. That's an unbelievable amount of debasement. But today, the government doesn't even have anything to debase. They just print money. So it's worse than even a badly debased currency. We skipped quite a bit. This long period of devaluation and debasement ended in the Anglo-Saxon world around the time of the recoinage of 1697 to 98. This had amounted to a slight revaluation of British coins, or at least their standardization at a level that had prevailed several decades earlier. This recoinage was influenced by John Locke and other philosophers who concluded, this is a conclusion of John Locke, see if you agree with this. Try to put your Keynesian ideas out of the way if you are a Keynesian. John Locke and other philosophers concluded that the ability of a sovereign to devalue or debase coins was an infringement on the rights of his subjects, and that such powers should be eliminated along with other powers that monarchs had previously claimed by divine right. We need to advance and progress so far as to come into step with the views of men 300 years ago. John Locke, namely. We need to... you couldn't call it progress. They had the answer 300 years ago, that the government should not have the right to debase currency. Quote, in 1717, the master of the mint, Sir Isaac Newton, and then it says in parentheses, yes, the same one, it was, effectively fixed the mint price of gold at 3.89 pounds sterling silver per standard ounce. That weight remained unchanged, except for temporary interruptions, for more than 200 years. Okay, 1717, so up to 1917. Over that period, commodity prices in pounds sterling changed little. What? Although they did fluctuate during the period. They changed little. You could have bought a cow for 3 sterling coins or whatever. 200 years later, not much of a difference in price, because metal holds its value. People don't keep increasing the amount they want. With paper, you have to constantly say, I've got a lot of people offering, I'm going to have to increase my prices, but not with specie. Quote, not coincidentally, Britain was home to the first industrial revolution. A large part of England's economic prowess was achieved on a foundation of hard money. There we go. That's one of the important answers to the Industrial Revolution starting in Britain. Why Britain? Why not France, or Italy, or Greece, or Egypt, or China? Well, China, that'd be ridiculous, but why did it start in Britain? Because they had a hard money system. That's one of the very important answers. They also had patent law, and they had law. They had laws. They actually had and enforced laws. That helps too. England's fastest growing colony also built its success with the precious metals. Colonial America at first used foreign coinage, the Spanish silver dollar being the most important. Its first gold coins were minted and circulated in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in the 1750s. That's 25 years before we even declared independence. Massachusetts was minting gold coins. In 1787, the newly framed U.S. Constitution recognized gold and silver as standard money. The Coinage Act of 1792 authorized the minting of gold and silver coins and officially defined the dollar as specific weights of gold and silver. And then later on, silver was to be taken off, or was taken off, and Williams Jennings Bryan went on a big crusade. We will not crucify the working man on a cross of gold. It's the best thing to have your money system based on. With the exception of the decade surrounding the Civil War, the United States employed some form of gold money. For the next century, the United States enjoyed unprecedented economic growth and prosperity. There we go. The origins of gold as money and the origins of our paper money today. From gold into paper. Fascinating fact, and just a reminder from the title of the book, Gold and Liberty. Can't have one without the other. They go together.